Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Good afternoon and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Ciara Speller. We're working for you on this Friday on this digital platform, covering our top 4 stories making headlines at this hour. But first, of course, your commuter look and traffic and weather as well. We have 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis here with us this afternoon. Brian, nice day out there, windows down, shades on.
Yes.
What's it looking like on the roads?
You know, all things considered, no problems. Let's take a look. Live look here from our traffic map. A lot of green on the major arteries here. So Mass Pike across western Massachusetts, good to go. I-91 moving smoothly. Little back up 391 as it merges with I-91 in the greater Springfield, West Springfield, Chicopee area. But really not a major problem. So the way things are looking right now, no unusual slowdowns as you get ready for the evening commute. Let's take a look at weather right now. Got down to 27 this morning at Westover Air Reserve Base in Chicopee. That's just 2 degrees above the record low for this date. 25 degrees set in 1963. In 1967, we did get to 25 in Orange, 28 this morning in Westfield, and we've warmed up quite nicely with the sunshine. Temperatures anywhere from the mid-50s to the low 60s right now. 60 Springfield, 62 in Greenfield, 61 in Westfield, and look at all of the sunshine here on the clouds and radar. Sunshine now setting up for a clear and another cool night here tonight. I've got pretty good news weather-wise for the weekend we'll share in just a couple of minutes.
All right, Brian, thank you. And now for your top 4 stories at 4 o'clock. Today's inauguration of the new UMass Chancellor, Javier Reyes, was interrupted by protesters. The ceremony was held today at the Mullen Center on the Amherst campus. Staff and student protesters interrupted the ceremony several times before being escorted out. They're calling on Reyes to reverse the university's corporate partnership with defense manufacturer Raytheon. In a statement, the university said in part, quote, UMass Amherst stands firmly by the rights of its students, staff, and faculty to exercise their right to free speech. Free speech rights do not extend to disruptive behavior that conflicts with the rights of others. And the victim of the Greenfield homicide we've been following has been identified. According to the Northwestern DA's office, 35-year-old Christopher Hairston's body was found in the basement of a multi-unit apartment building at 92 Chapman Street in Greenfield Monday night. Hairston's last known address was in Pittsfield. 42-year-old Tennille Herberger Brown was arrested in Albany early Tuesday morning, wanted in connection to Hairston's death. Herberger Brown was a former tenant in the apartment where the victim's body was found. The official cause of death will be determined by the medical examiner. Mayors from 7 communities gathered this morning at the log cabin to discuss the major issues facing cities and towns right here in western Massachusetts. The forum opened with each mayor detailing the biggest challenges facing their communities, with the #1 answer being housing.
What it's doing, the impact is.
Well, a major challenge right now is housing. Western Mass has a shortage of about 19,000 units.
And 22 News reporter Duncan McLean will have an in-depth look at today's forum on 22 News starting at 5. U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren is in western Massachusetts today. This afternoon, Senator Warren was in Springfield to meet with the Latino Economic Development Corporation and talk about another $500,000 grant that the LEDC received to support Latino-owned businesses. Earlier in the day, she toured the Center of Hope Foundation and then talked with local leaders about the $1 million in federal funding coming to the state to support people with disabilities.
24 hours a day and has staffing ratios.
Now for what's trending, former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker returned to the witness stand for more cross-examination in the hush money trial of former President Donald Trump. During today's questions from one of the prosecutors, Pecker confirmed under oath that he bought Karen McDougal's story when he was running the Enquirer as part of a scheme to influence the 2016 presidential election. Trump faces 34 counts of falsifying business records related to the hush money payments made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. He has pleaded not guilty and denied a relationship with Daniels. All right, now let's check in with meteorologist Brian Lapis again for another look at what you're tracking, Brian.
Yeah, some weekend events are happening tomorrow. Obviously, tomorrow is the weekend, and there are events there on the weekend. Looks like the weather's going to cooperate. One of my favorites, the Greenfield Farmers Market, starting its season tomorrow. Court Square, downtown Greenfield. Looking good, too. It'll be a little brisk at 9 o'clock, 48 degrees and scattered clouds and sunshine. More of a mixture of sun and clouds by noontime and 59. This event runs 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. all through the spring, through the summer, and into the fall. So go to Greenfield for the good stuff. Oh, tomorrow, Cops and Bobbers, Hooks and Ladders. This is a great kids fishing event brought to you by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Springfield PD, and the Springfield Fire Department as well. And this happens at the Barney Pond at Forest Park in Springfield tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, 48 degrees. Sun cloud mix at 11 o'clock and 57 degrees. And one more event happening middle of the day tomorrow in Northfield, the Birds of Prey event with Tom Riccardi. Tom Riccardi, great guy who rehabilitates and houses raptors. And he does these educational programs, and the weather should be great in Northfield for this. This happens at 11 a.m. 11 a.m., 57 degrees, sun cloud mix, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, sun cloud combination, and 61 degrees. Weather's looking good for tomorrow. We'll talk about weather for the second half of the weekend on TV on 22 News at 5.
Continuing coverage now, the FDA has approved Pfizer's treatment for a rare genetic bleeding disorder, marking the company's first ever gene therapy to win clearance in the U.S. The drug is made for adults with moderate to severe hemophilia B, who met certain requirements. Now, according to Pfizer, the prescription will be available to eligible patients this quarter, but with a heavy price tag of $3.5 million, making it one of the most expensive drugs in the U.S. Springfield's Mayor Dominic Zarno and Congressman Richard Neal are celebrating Arbor Day in Springfield. They joined students and teachers at Washington Street School for the city's 39th annual Arbor Day tree planting celebration. They all worked together to plant a dogwood tree. The Arbor Day Foundation also recognized the city of Springfield as a tree city for its commitment to effective urban forest management. And now we have a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. We'll have reaction from Governor Maura Healey about the interruption during the inauguration. And Congressman Jim McGovern takes a tour of the former Wilson's department store. Find out how they plan to expand this property and revive downtown Greenfield. Plus, we'll take a look into a new program that offers integrated primary care and mental health services for patients at a single newly renovated site in West Springfield.
Here's a quick look at traffic. Once again, looking pretty good here as we head into the evening commute in just a few minutes, essentially. You can see I-90, the Mass Pike, green from Palmer to Westfield and Blandford and through Hampshire County and into Hampden County on I-91. We're also looking good, so traffic looking nice. Weather looks pretty good for the weekend. We'll talk about it in further detail on 22 News at 5.
All right, thanks for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4, and make sure to join us tonight on TV starting at 5. You can get all your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News mobile app.